Hi everyone, this is Liz with Rusty Windmill Designs. Today we'll be stuffing my cash envelopes and my sinking funds for my August 1st paycheck. I am in somewhere different, so I did try and set everything up beforehand. If you didn't see my last video, I am actually puppy sitting. You may hear the puppy in the background. I did not get my week check-in with July done or my closeout, but I didn't really need to since there was no money left over. My no spin challenge has been a challenge this month, but let's go ahead get started on August's expenses. I did get everything figured out already. You'll see phone and Wi-Fi, we're using sinking funds to pay for those. I do need to pay $100 on credit card. My gas is $50 this month. I don't know if that was in frame, but gas is $50 this month. And somehow I did not realize that there was a shift in days for my renter's insurance, because you'll see it's on here, but I had also put it in, oh, maybe I didn't. I'm on the wrong one. Yeah, I had it in here and it had shifted to where it was paid on this one. And sometimes that does happen. The income that I am budgeting with this month is going to be $460. And the reason it is lower than it had been is because I had to pull from a couple of envelopes. I had to pull from my travel envelope and my emergency envelope, and actually out of the savings accounts where I have some of the money, and I for some medical expenses, and I just refunded those before I worried about my income, because I want to keep $100 for sure in those accounts, and it had taken those down below that. So if you're new and you don't know, you've never seen my previous videos, I do not budget in for rent. So every paycheck, half of my rent actually is deposited into its own account. And then at the beginning of the month, it is automatically transferred from my account to my landlord's. So I never have to think about it. I don't worry about putting it in my budget. So from $460, my total of expenses is going to be $159, which leaves a balance of $301 in cash that we will be working with. And I'm going to show you how I do this from my sinking funds when I have sinking funds that I'm using to pay for my expenses. So what I do is I take the amount of the sinking funds and I minus from this total, because what I'll do is I'll just leave that money in my bank account and I will pull the money out of my envelopes. So 45, 6, 7, and 48 for phone. And Wi-Fi is 20, 35, and that leaves $1 actually in my envelope for that. So 301 is what we should be working with. So let's go ahead and count that up. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 30, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, $301 that we are working with. Let's go ahead. This out. With my bi-weekly budget, I give myself $100 for 2 weeks for groceries, but instead of just putting it all into one envelope, I will split those up between the 2 weeks. So I get $50 for groceries for the first week of groceries, and then I'll get $50 for the second week of groceries. And I do that to make sure that I do not overspend on the first week and then don't have any money for the second week's groceries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make sure I did that right. 20, 30, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. So house includes everything from personal products to anything I need to buy for the house, such as dish soap or cleaners or anything like that. And that gets $20. It also includes like shampoo and face wash, and which is the reason I actually had no money left over, is I ran out of a bunch of stuff all at the same time last week, so I had to go buy it all at once. Thrift gets $20, and this is to go thrift store shopping. I do try to buy from thrift stores before I go and buy retail. If I can find what I want at a thrift store, save myself some money, I will do that. And fun, this is just, really, I just tend to pull from it. If I go out and eat lunch or something with a friend, there's money for going out. Or if I want to go to the movies or something like that, there we go. And then I have an envelope that I have labeled as oops, and that is if something, if I go over in any of my envelopes, or I end up figuring, or I end up needing to buy something extra, it's there in the oops. It's just an overage, just a fail-safe for my cash envelopes. Everything for my wallet, I won't pull my change out. I think I just have some pennies. Yeah, I won't pull my change out since I'm not at home. I'll have to do that at a later time. All right, let's go ahead and get started on my binders. And I do still have an Etsy store. However, all of my listings have expired, and I am working on switching over to digital downloads. So they're not physical copies that you have to buy and have shipped and pay the shipping for, because the shipping's a little ridiculous on stuff like this. So this currently is not available for sale, but I will have a digital download option, hopefully sometime this fall. I'm slowly working on it. I also have something else I've been working on with a couple other people, and hopefully I can introduce you to that pretty soon as well. But since it's not a sole project, I don't want to do that without talking to them first. So let's go ahead and stuff my envelopes. Again, this is when I have leftovers in my wallet, it goes into this envelope, and I put an extra payment on my debt. That will happen next week. We're not even going to look at that envelope. So phone today, I need to look at my stuff here so I can make sure everything's on here right. So phone is going to get $24. Okay, so 10, 21, 2, 3, and 24. Great, and per usual, Wi-Fi will get 18. And these two are stuffed with half of my bill every paycheck. And then I just pay it out of this fund. I just pay it out of this envelope every month. And this one's actually set just a little bit above half, so I usually end up with a little bit over. 10, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So that leaves, should be 9, yep, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 in there. So emergency, we're going to put $20 in emergency. So that leaves 120, 40, and 150. And again, this fake funny money is just to represent the amount that I have in the bank at the moment. Because once I don't like to have a lot of cash in my apartment, just for safety reasons. Travel is getting nothing. Summer utilities is not getting stuff today, but we are gonna still try and continue to stuff it through the summer. I have gotten my bill for June and it's a little bad. All right, so crowns, and these are for dental crowns that I have to have replaced. I have to have 2, and I need to have the money to pay for it. So $1, $2, $3, and $4 in crowns. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80. Oh, I put that in the wrong thing, didn't I? 20, 40, 60, 85. That's right. Prime has 88 in it. I knew that already. It only works if you grab the right envelope. So, crowns is getting $4. So that leaves 20, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, and $50 in crowns. All right. So medical costs, let's see what is left. Should be $50 here. So 10, 25, 35, 45, and $50. All 50 of this is going into medical costs. I have had some medical issues here this month. I've gone to the doctor several times. I've been referred to a specialist. I've had many labs done. Just, it's kind of my life. I'm kind of used to that. But I do, and I haven't seen any of the bills for any of this yet, but I know they'll start hitting here in about the next 3 or 4 weeks. So I'm gonna try and bulk this up to help pay for some of those. I will probably end up having to pull from my emergency fund, depending on how much of it my insurance pays, but I am looking at quite a bit, I'm sure. So that is everything for my binders today. Thank you for stopping, and I will see you on the next one.